Okay, let's cut this intro short, shall we? It's already late. Welcome, fellow enthusiasts, to the Mo University workshop. My name is Ede Tocek, and you are watching full-time live every Friday night, where I'm trying to build some figure dioramas. Hi, Diabrark. Hi, welcome to the chat. I'm glad that you made it this time as well. And today is a little bit of a more talky stream, I guess, because it's a transitionary one, where we move from one project that is now finished to the next one. And normally, let me turn down the music. Normally, I don't do this like in rapid succession. Normally, when one project is finished, I might take some weeks off or looking for new inspirations. But hi there, hello, welcome to the stream, welcome to the chat. Glad you could make it this time. I'm a bit late. I'm a bit like my nose is a bit like closed because of the pollen, I guess. But yeah, I have a tea here, and hopefully I can start today with a new project, even if I don't really have time to think about it. But I guess this is what today's stream is for, that we can look at the next figure. For example, let me show you. Where is this camera position? Here we have her. It's a toe figure. At least this is what I was told. This is from last year, a release, pretty nice figure. I was instantly hooked on the design, and yeah, I don't know. I know what Toho is. I'm not that of a tourist. I know what the game is. I know a few of the characters by name. I played a bit of the bullet hell games. And there was a time when I regularly listened to like songs, like fan-made songs, but that's like 20 years almost ago, so I don't know the newer stuff. So oh, you played it as well. Yeah, she's half ghost. I figured this out from the description. Let me see if I can pull this up. Here we have her. This is the my figure my figure collection page. So can you actually see this? I hope you can. Let me see. No, you can't. I have to. Now you can see it. Okay. So yeah, this is like the product picture. And I love the setting with this like effect part and this destroyed temple thing. And so yeah, there are all the product photos that are available for her. And I also like that I didn't get the chance to look at her from very close or for a long time, because I unboxed her for a bit during the live stream at New Year's Eve, but then I swiftly packed her up into the box, and I didn't even manage to put on those effect parts. Yeah, but I like that the eyes appear to be a little bit more like sketch, like a pencil sketch, or like a yeah, not something you normally would see on an anime figure. So yeah, Konpaku Yumo. I'm sure during the next 5 or to 10 weeks I will memorize the name. Half human, half phantom gardener version. Yeah, pretty nice scale figure. And let's see, how can I go back from this browser thing? So yeah, so we will unpack her, but yeah. First things first. I've calculated the days that it took like to finish the last set, and I've set this as today's fun fact. So if you type, I try to make this in every live stream, like every Friday and every Monday. If you type exclamation point fact in the stream, it basically should give you the today's fun fact, and it should be related to the today's stream. So yeah, sometimes it's about the figure, sometimes it's about stuff we built, and sometimes it's just random things, like that it took like 55 days to complete the previous set. I have this utility pole from the previous set with me, and this is the last remaining one. I used one of them for a custom figure base for Lane. She will be getting into a new home by the end of next week. And the other ones are already at the landfill, and I will now try to... Okay, ow. So let's take this one apart as well. I was thinking about if I should keep it, but that's against my core philosophy. So there it goes. Okay, and now I can also like clean the board for something new. Let all the Lane stuff disappear. Oh, those are empty pages. Those are okay. They can stay. This is the thing we started with, like almost 60 days ago. So yeah, I've already like destroyed this, but yeah. So we can also take those references down. For today's project, I wasn't able to get any reference, and I don't think that there is a reference to this particular figure. I mean, there is an illustration this is based on, of course, like most figures are based on an illustration. But there is no like specific scene from a show, because as far as I know, there is no such thing as a Toho anime, isn't there? I mean, maybe there is a fan-made thing, of course, but there is no official anime or like a series you can pull inspirations from. Because I gotta say, the initial games, they were also fan-made. I guess like Tsun was the creator, if I recall this correctly. And yeah, the early like versions of all the characters looks very different from what we are used to today. So yeah, so let's see if I can unbox this figure. Let me take a closer look on the fan animations only. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I guess there won't be any like heavy reference, but which is okay. I don't need like an like a guide for each figure photo, like an exact scene that I have to recreate. This can be fun to have a visual reference, like of a room or something that you want to recreate, but it's also a little bit uncreative. I mean, of course you can think about how to create the room and what materials to use and how to implement certain things, but it's not the same when you come up with a totally unique idea. That's what I'm trying to say. The base for Learn turned out really nice. Yeah, that's really. I was surprised too. I was surprised how well this turned out, and I made this basically in one sitting, in one night. So I started with a little bit of like laser cutting and I glued it together, and then I started painting, and then I was like, oh, I can add this here, and then especially the plaque. I was like, what do I want to have this like a little plaque on the bottom, but what do I use for the plaque? Should I just made it out of cardboard or print it? Would look like super cheap and you know not in stark contrast to the actual base. And then I was like, I can 3D print this like a little plastic plaque, so it goes well together with all the other materials, and so I did. So yeah, this box is. I've also filmed the box already, so. But I didn't film the figure yet, so I have to be extra careful. I don't want to damage the figure. I guess if I now use her for a photo project, I might do the B-roll with her as well next week, because then at least I have her on film, and then if something breaks, at least then I have a few a few recordings of her in a perfect state. There is like a little card there included with the figure. I don't know exactly why. If this is like a company thing they do, it's like a plastic card. Yeah, I mean it's nice, I guess, but then again, I don't have like any specific use cases for such a thing, because if you stick this in your wallet, it might get scratched and scuffed up. So yeah, I don't know. And if you just put it in a binder and collect it, then you know nobody will ever see it again. Okay, so these are all the effects parts. They are still sealed. And the sword as well. There is apparently does she has like 2 swords, or is like okay, one on the back and one is drawn. Okay, so she has 2 swords. Okay, well. And then is the main figure. Oh my god, I remember that this is like crazy strong blister. And I also recall that I wasn't able to mount her properly, but Oki found a way. So hopefully I can do this today without his help. Or should I even mount her? I don't know. Because let's bring a little bit closer into the action, so that you can see this. Where is the picture? Where is the little picture? So that I can see this. Is there any better picture? No, there isn't, huh? On the box. Yeah, there is a picture on the box. Okay. So I can look at this picture. Just rearrange a bit. Okay, so now this is like the picture, and from what I can say is that this base, I mean, it looks nice. It's this like distorted garden scene, but the paint job on it is kind of crude, gotta say. This is like I don't know, I mean there are 2 of those like little lanterns. One is here intact. It has like this peg outside, and one is already broken. So yeah, those are the lanterns. And from what I know is that I have to... How do I mount this? Okay, so there is a... Okay, the feet goes here, I see. This goes in here. And this goes in here. It's like... I've also read that she is not like easy to mount, so... Guess I have to listen to a little of music. Without music makes me sad. Okay, that's the appropriate music for this. Because I really don't know how she will go in there. I've already scuffed this little piece here from the previous attempt to mount her. The foot peg here on the back is not the problem, but if you push this in all the way, then this really doesn't come forward. So this is like really tricky to do. Honestly, I'm not sure. I guess I will just scrub off a bit of this plastic pack so that I can move her in there. Yeah, the pack is in the knee. You can see it here. It has like a metal rod sticking in there. It's not broken. It looks broken, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know how Oki managed to mount this, but and also if you point the knee on the pack, it's a bit hard to see. Maybe I can just use the other camera. Might be easier. Let me see. So if you point the knee up here where it sits, then the foot is like missing like a couple of millimeters, like almost half a centimeter. So yeah, but usually it should rest on the pack like this, and I mean I can try to wiggle it, but I'm not sure. So for the first thing, I might have to cut this pack slightly, ever so slightly, and then I guess I have to move on from there. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so now I shaved off a bit on the side, and it immediately goes in there better. So I guess I can keep doing this all the way down. Okay, so now I shave it with sandpaper. That's way too much for sandpaper. I don't even know if this. Yeah, okay. It goes in there way more easily. And then let's see if I can put her down there. Press her down here. And then also, okay. So now this is proper mounted, almost. There is still a little bit of a gap here on the shoe. I could press this in a bit more, but then I might have to detach this a couple times. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, so now it's still sturdy, doesn't move around, and this larger pack is apparently for the spirit thingy, for the effect part. So yeah, if I look at this from this angle, like so, yeah, I don't know if I want to keep this whole structure or if I will redo this whole thing. If I just recreate the base first and then move on from here. The idea was basically to enlarge this base for the figure photo, and maybe it might look cool because it's this this swirling thing. When we look again on the browser, let me pull this up once again. It's this swirling thing, and if we can also like extend the destruction in a spiral upwards, like a vortex that goes a little bit behind the figure and also goes above her. So let me grab a bit of from the utility pole thing. Let's rip this apart. So what I want to make is like, okay, it's not the best angle because like of the camera, but let me try if I can. Yeah, okay. So now you can. This is what it should look like basically from a flat angle. And if I move the destruction around her, like let's say this is like one of those beams. It's not an effect part. I mean, it is an effect part in figure terms speaking. This is her real body, a real body that goes. Okay, but yeah, for me, it's like technically speaking, it's an effect part because it's like it looks like an effect part. But yeah, it's her real body that goes. Okay. I mean, the effect part, we might look at this to get a. I guess this goes on here pretty well, so I can take her out. So the destruction goes around the figure with all the beams, and into the back, like so. Goes way wide back, and then we can also have this like illuminated. So we want to have a spiral that goes on and on and on and on. And I guess we have to find a way to construct this so that it stays together like a drill and doesn't fall apart. So I guess with some trickery we might be able to do this. And yeah, I think I will just redo this whole base. First of all, it doesn't quite fit anyway, so it's a bit of a pain to mount her. Might as well can do this better. So let's take her body out then, shall we? Is this already open? No, it's not. We did not open this in the live stream. Let's see if at least this part goes on. Well, that's a fancy thing. So the only thing this here does look okay. It is not like super pointy and not super fragile. It has a bit of a flex, so I'm feeling comfortable holding this. But this bubble ball thing here down there, still paint job on here is it's so glossy. It's like if you look at this from the actual picture on the box, or maybe even the promotional picture, let's see, it looks way more transparent. So the what is it called, like the tail or the flame is transparent, but the ball on the other side looks way more transparent. Like this is like just a thing. A will-o-wisp. Okay, so how does this How does this go on there? Like so? Okay. Heck. Or like... It should be like this, but if I do this... Okay. Yeah, this one seems to work well. Don't want to stick it any further in, but this is okay. And now we have this little like cycle around the figure, and so we can extend the vortex behind her. And if we stick some further beams and destruction from the base that moves a bit up, we can enlarge this and maybe also play a bit with the light. So this photo might be a little bit more a photo like in a photographer sense, so like playing with light and playing with different angles and like depth of field and stuff like this, because Lane was just like basically just set her up, choose a frame and then like record the picture. But this is like a little bit less like, I guess, diorama building, but a bit less more composition. So let me just check about the swords then. Oh, there is a little flower here on the sword. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, that's on the top part. Oh, that flower looks really nice. I mean, I guess there are still petals on her skirt as well, so that's cool. I like this. What I don't know is how to attach this. Aren't there like instructions? There are instructions in here, aren't there? Let's see. It's always the best figures when you need the instructions how to mount it. Okay. So there is I can pull this apart? No, I can't. Well, there is like... How? On this fold? What's there? This is like... How? Okay, let me check out the other part as well. I guess I have to do this at some point, so... Oh my god. This goes... Okay, this can be detached. According to the... Yeah, according to the... No, it can't. It should wrap around her. Like so. Oh, is this in English? No. It's what is it called? Is it Chinese and Korean? Chinese and Japanese, I guess. Makes sense because it's a Japanese. It's a Chinese figure, so. So. I don't know how this will like... It just lies there? Can't be. What's with... Okay, there is another brown part. Okay, those are for this thing. That's the one that is ultimately on her back. So that's the easy one. That's the easy one because this has a hole in here. I guess. It's like super complicated to mount. At least this, if you ask me. Okay, so this goes in here, this goes in here. Beneath her arm, yeah, okay. Beneath both arms, I think. It's like a straight angle. How to achieve a straight angle on this? Okay, I guess there are two possibilities. The first one is that I might break something. Or the second one is that it is not really the right way to do this, or will look like. Okay, so I can. I guess okay, so I can wrap this around here. Yeah, but it doesn't really hold together. This figure is diabolically to put to bed. Take it easy, you got this. Hi there in the chat. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and you know what? I won't mount this like, because it doesn't really matter, because I have to work on this figure to build the diorama. So this like goes here. Okay, I can at least see what's going on, but the large one, I guess it just sits there, doesn't it? Because there is this drawn sword. The drawn sword, let's see. The drawn sword, like she has in her hand. And I can I put this in there? I guess. Yeah, okay, so this is like the drawn sword. This is the extent. And if I just fiddle this through her hands, this might work. Like so, and then I just stick this together in here, I guess. So yeah, I have to see. The sword looks kind of nice, but gotta say, all those, okay, this makes sense now. This, but yeah, kind of fragile. So with the sword that belongs here to the hand, and maybe so, or in front of the spiral. So yeah. Okay, so but that's not really that important. Yeah, this is it. Push it gently. Yeah, it's like, it doesn't feel good, but now that I've done it, I know how hard to push. This sword, like this little pack here, this white little pack that looks like one of the flower petals, goes in here. Here is a hole, but again, this doesn't feel good. I mean, this is like now attached to the figure, but it's not properly attached. So yeah, the ghost parts actually should be last installed. That's correct, according to the instructions. But I just wanted to have it on there because it was easy to do. But yeah, I now have seen all the parts. I know what awaits me. I will just put this off. This is pretty deep pack for something that it's not that huge. Okay, so ghost part goes back in the box as well, because let's be honest, we will not need this for a long time. I have to mount it for the review though. So yeah, just get away with this. And I guess I will just use the base. Just to say, yeah. Pass the wine bamboo behind her. Place the top first. Then you place the sword on the bottom. This is how mine put together. Yeah. So I will figure this out. Let's see if how this comes off, especially the one in the back. Okay, now. Yeah, okay, this is okay. This is okay. So back in the blister you go. Doesn't even know how to put her in the blister, to be honest. Those are always the best figures where you don't even like you take it out of the blister and you can't even put her back because you don't know the irritation. We struggled with this quite a bit, I recall. It's like this, but so it's like this on the other. Yeah, okay. Sure, why not? Okay. So let's put this back here into safety. Where is the safest space in here? I guess we won't need this thing here. So we still need the base though. There's a lane photo. So now let me turn this off. Come on, follow me. Follow me. Okay, so this is the base. Like I said, it's not that much. It looks. Yeah, it looks okay. Paint job is, I don't know. The only thing that I can see, it's a little bit like an Easter egg, or you have to look really close that you see it. This one lantern here is obviously destroyed, and I don't know if this is supposed to be cut, but this here, I don't know if you can see this. This is like a little bit like offset, and I guess this should be like the illusion of this like clean cut with a samurai sword through it, like this, whoosh, and then it's like you slice a pineapple, and it started already to slide down from the post. So that's kind of neat. This is empty here. You can look through those two lanterns. This one on the side is just basically stone. So I have to look up this particular style of lantern, if this is accurate, if there's really only one opening here. So yeah, and then we have like a couple like stairs and some sort of railing. The back says all right reserved. Okay, so if I copy this, is it like a plagiarism thing? So let's start with something. How big should this be? I guess so. As big as I have a base plate ready to go. What's this? This is not a base plate. So I can use this as a base plate. So I guess we need a bit more space so that you can see. What's with the tracking camera? So Interesting. Okay, so don't mind this circle. It's from the lane cutout, but so how does this look from the front? Where is the front part of this thing? This is the front part where her niche sits. Okay, so okay, fine. Let me check. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so like this. Okay. So now let's try to copy this in a crude way. It's just a draft, so it doesn't really matter now. I have to see if this works out the way I want to. Let's pull out the big knife, because thick carbon requires some big knife, and maybe a pen, pencil, feminist pencil, ruler, scissor, other ruler, everything is here. Yes. I can mirror it, then it's not stealing, because as we all know, mirroring something disables the copyright. So let's. This is like it's like wobbly. It's like this should resemble stone, but if you touch it, it's like a little bit disappointing, because it doesn't feel like stone, does it? It's just plastic. But we can change this. We can do it from stone, or something near stone. Okay. Now this is like the footprint of the base. Let's start with this. So okay, so this is like the footprint. Let's see if this works. Yeah, almost the same size and shape. And we can now go from here with a bit of cardboard. Okay, 6.5 centimeters. It's like a tryout phase. I really don't know what to do right now, but eventually something will come together. This is like almost 2. Still good. Since this is such a complex form with many swooping lines, I feel inclined to maybe use some denser styrofoam to make the final base thing, like those blocks that you can really sand and carve out. I've worked with them before, and it was okay. Now I can just press this. So I guess I also need a bit of a glue to glue this together. So then this has also a bit of a body. Can I use this one as a body? I'm already reusing those things from the lane draft. Isn't this resourceful? But I guess okay, this really does lean to the other side, so. I need a second one as well. Jesus. Don't stay, go away then. Does this come to life? Ah, the repaired glue gun still works. That's good to know. Okay, so then we have a bit of a straight edge here. Mm-hmm. It's pretty hard. This The interesting part will be how to get the pegs in an accurate way. And not gonna lie, this is one of the things where a 3D scanner would come really handy. Okay, so the stairs beneath there are just like this. Staircase goes like this. A bit too much. Okay, like so. Okay, this has like a body. So 5. If you rebuild this from scratch, it's not as big as someone would think. Those like parts and little subsections. So, yeah. Can I draw this? Can almost draw this. Don't want to touch the base that much, but honestly, can somebody tell even? Do you get cardboard specifically for this, or just you reuse shipping boxes? Well, I did not get it specific for this. The benefit when it comes to like arts and crafts and the things that I do is that I work within a shipping company, and we have a big warehouse. So if you don't have high standards for your crafting materials, there is always something you can take, like basic cardboard, some styrofoam, some MDF, wooden plates, some real wooden plates, some like what is called beams, some wood beams. So yeah. There are instances where our warehouse sometimes looks more like a carpenter shop than an actual shipping facility, but yeah. And it's also coming handy if you want to store things. So for example, if you have like figure boxes that you can store at home, you can always store them in the warehouse. Okay, so this is this the part I cut? It's so tiny. Okay, so I need to cut this into an angle. That's too tiny. Let's try this again with a bigger piece. Yeah, and since I don't keep my sets for that long, I also try to not go crazy on the building materials most of the time. To not sink any unnecessary amount of money into it. Okay, there is this part here. Okay. So this has a so there is a gap between those two things. So it's almost like this. And this is in an angle too, so Can I rip this apart once again? Yeah, I can. Just have to rip off the layer. So this is in an angle, and this is also in an angle, but okay, it's like this. I see. So this can't be straight. that's a scissor job. Okay. It's not the prettiest one, but it will do. So let's see, I can already use a bit of the nicer cardboard for here. Oh well, at least it's close now. So, trying to create the structure. So those are like the two main things. So the other things are just like beams of rock, pretty thick though. So if I just like this was the protection sheet in front of a TV screen. So if you unbox your new flat screen, you might have a cardboard between the box and the screen itself, so that it might actually arrive undamaged. One can never know with flat screens, especially when they are getting to a particular size. They become really hard to handle. So this is like just suspended. Where does this like sit? No one. This is like really suspended in the air. So it's like, it goes like this. Huh. It's really like this. And this is like this. Now I know what this is. What this reminds me of. There's like some kind of chocolate treat. Some kind of chocolate bars. Like this one here is particular. Look at this. I will zoom in a bit further so that you can actually see this. This part here. What does it remind you of? How does it look like? For me, this looks like a stone caving from Merci, the chocolate bar. I can show you this. Like, let's end this here. Don't know if this is an international thing, but here. Here is the Merci bar. Yeah, Merci clay flour. So because it already has this like small indent here on the top where you can basically break it. So yeah, it's almost the same size and shape. So that's neat. So this is like, I can almost get this into the right angle then, huh? Can I? I mean, the glue is running out, but other than that, yeah, this goes here. Once we have a bit of a, I guess I need a new glue stick. Okay, so there is a small rock underneath this stair so that it doesn't plummet. That's a nice idea. Looks something like this. And then this lies on top. So let's try to recreate this. We let it rest like so. Tastes like real marble, yeah. Ah, by the way, taste is the tea. Yeah, the tea is there. If we can already refill this. Ah. It's not quite dry yet, so. Okay, and then there are two of those sticks here, like those two. This one is really pointy. And that one is the important one with the knee hole in it. Okay. So basically this is just another piece. This doesn't look like a chocolate bar, more so like a, I don't know. Or something nasty you can get impaled on. Some really pointy thing. But how does this work? There has to be enough room for the what's it called, for the lantern. But the lantern is like hanging off from a cliff, so I guess that might work well. Okay. And then there is the main one. So this is, if the lantern thing lays like this, I need one good one, one final good one. I mean, honestly, it's just to get a feel of the whole thing, you know. You want to see how it came together. So if this is like this, then it doesn't touch the backside, so yeah. And the size, to do this right, this could almost be the lantern thingy. Okay, so a very crude representation of the space. Here are they side by side. Of course, the main lantern is still missing, but that one is not so important. Yeah. The final version will be made out of something more sturdy, that has the texture of stone in the end. So, but this is just like to get a feel of the whole base, and now we can think about how to move around them. So we can extend this thing. with other bars and rock pieces. It's a claw. Okay, the front part, I guess, is sufficient. So I really need something that goes around and where you can still see the plate beneath it and shine some light through it from below. But in some way, this should also link together. So I guess I will just glue it. Okay. Okay, the lantern is here. Swivel around this. So if I'm staying behind this whole thing, I should not interfere with the blue ghost thing. Mm-hmm. Yep, okay. figure. Okay, figure like this. Can I lift this? Oh, okay, I can. That's nice. That's nice. So for the destruction parts, now we have to move upwards a bit, because we want to have this in a spiral. So we're where is the picture of the figure? Let me look at this again. So it starts here, moves around. Okay. So we start here. So I guess now I can go with something a bit smaller. It's easier to cut. Also we could just just make this. Doesn't help when it's full of glue. Okay. That's a bit better. So and now let's set this aside for a moment. Also the real base. And I will just create a few like stripes. That we can place on the base. The thing where you can really be creative with things, but I also have to figure out how to solve all of this. It already sticks there. It's the good thing about this cardboard. It's user-friendly. I also want to have like pieces hanging from above, so I have to go pretty high upwards there. So yeah, I don't know how much recognition this project will gather, because I think this particular figure and also the character is not as well known as like Lane was, I guess. Is she a fan favorite? I don't know. I mean, there have to be like fans somewhere when they make a cool scale figure, I guess. But then again, find me a character where there is no figure these days, so it's a bit harder. Already out of things. Can't believe it. So should there be a lantern? There should be a lantern somewhere. I will make the lantern as a separate, like from a separate material, so that so that you can see where a lantern is going and where just regular cardboard is. Guess that's a good idea. But it depends on what? It depends on what? Depends who you ask, I mean, or it depends on the region. Because sometimes a character's popularity is heavily bound to the region, of course. Oh. So Japanese fans might like another character or other characters than like European fans or American fans of the material. People and generation. Ooh, it's a generational thing. Ooh. Oh well. I mean, yeah. Those games exist for a long time now, come to think of it. So there is lantern, there is figure, sword, circle. So I guess, okay, that's too hard of an angle. Yeah. So I need a bit of a block here. So maybe we can already stick her in. This is wobbly, but I might as well be able to try it out. There was a fly here a moment ago. It was just a small one, but... Because I noticed that I left open the window here over a couple days. Like when I did the base, I opened the window to let the fumes out a bit more. And apparently I forgot to close it. But it's okay, it's not winter anymore, so didn't get that cold. But still, some creatures might come in, and that's not good. Don't want to have the mice in here. Or the ants. For some reason we have so many ants in the garden. Everywhere. There is this like garden wall that is on the border between two two grounds, like where you can like work the fence to your neighbor. And we drilled into it a small hole because we had to mount something. And once we drilled in, like hundreds of ants poured out. So yeah. And that's not the only spot where they reside. So many ants. I don't know if this is a good sign or a negative sign. Like, I guess ants don't like damage plants, or like, I know that they sometimes like coexist with the lice on certain plants. Like they milk the lice. But yeah. We had ants last year, now we have wasps. Wasps are also like not a good thing to have near the house. Luckily they are pretty tame when it comes to building nests. Every time we see a wasp nest, it's just like one or two like little like hives, and most of the time it's empty. I'm curious how this will be once we have all the flowers in the garden. If this will attract some animals, like bees or bumblebees. Does this move? No. It stands. It stands still, that's a good thing. I guess one of them has to come from above, so I cannot close this. So this is like, it's like a trick on the photo front, where we have to let it dangle in from above, so without any point of mount to the actual structure. has to dry up faster. Hurry! Yeah, that's why they kill ladybugs that eat lice. Okay, okay. I play the Pikmin game since the year. Okay. Huh, I did not know that. So the ants kill ladybugs. Wow. It's like a real, like... I mean, those ants... we're talking about normal ants, not those like large wood, like forest ants that build like those nests or like ant hills. Normal ants. They are like tiny, and ladybug is pretty huge compared to them. So kudos to those ants, I guess. But then, of course, they have the numbers, huh? While we wait to dry, so I will now try to set the figure in, if this makes any any sense. This does even look good. But first I need to let this dry. No. They can kill mice? Really? Is this something I want to like look up, like on YouTube or on TikTok, like a ant kill mice, or is it just too disturbing to watch? Okay, so base is now a little bit extended. All that is left to imagine are those lanterns. I guess I can do the lanterns with like small styrofoam, so that it's not too heavy. But let's see how the figure will come into this. There was this one guy on YouTube that has few million subscribers and have Antaram that is a few rooms big. Oh, wow. Crazy. So it would look something like this. Okay. Can I? If I just cut this a bit and extend it with an upright. With an upright bit. Would I be able to put this in? You have videos how they eat animals. Oh, okay. I mean, I did not manage to get a picture of this, but when we worked on the wall and all the ends poured out, some of them, or like at least one of them, took a little bit of cable, like a small isolated cable bit. Why is this monitor so high up? Anyways, and carried it like they do with the leaves. I've never seen it with the leaves, to be honest. That an ant is carrying a leaf. I've only seen this in movies and like nature documentaries. But yeah, okay. So now we have like 2 holes in there. So maybe I can just place the figure on the cardboard thing. I mean almost. Wow. Almost works. This is still a bit too... okay. So now and if I want to mount the figure on here, I have to get this a little bit more resilient. Like stick a small piece in here so that it doesn't wobble that much. Okay. Well, and now for those lanterns, the lantern thing. Because the one lantern should like resemble this streak here, but let's be honest, this doesn't look right. Okay, so let's take a little break. I will just take out the cardboard pieces, and then I will set up the styrofoam cutting thing, and then I will try to make a mock-up of those like lanterns, because I have like 1 lantern, the original one, second one, third one, fourth one, like from the top. Okay, well, let's try this. So I'll take a short break, and I'll see you in a minute. If I watch any anime from this season, no. How about I will come back to this question in a couple of minutes. I will now take a short break, and yeah, take care. Now, okay, so back from the break. Scaffold folding, yeah. But I guess I need some point of reference, and I'm not 100% sure. So is this like the real size? Yeah, okay, I can use this. So where is the wire of this thing? Okay. So, like cardboard houses from America, yeah. So yeah, no, I did not watch any anime lately, yet alone from this season. I'm still scouring the websites when the FX Senshi Kurumi anime, the trading anime, will be released, but there is like no particular date yet. It's just like, yeah, this year, somewhere this year. And now I've already read the manga up to the last chapter, and based how the manga is structured, I can already tell until which point the first season or the anime will be like adapted. So yeah, I mean it's the best part of the manga, I guess, because the arc, so to say, where it is now is a bit yeah, is a bit much. Doesn't interest me as the first one, the main one. Okay, so I guess that's a square now. Almost looks like a square. So then the lantern goes up here. Yeah, Kurumi anime, like forex trading thing. Are you planning to add lightning to those lanterns? Maybe. Temporary, of course, because this, I don't know if it comes out like good. Maybe it's like a thing you can display, but for the meantime, it might only be a temporary lightning situation. It's like this samurai thing. I just cut it like whoosh, and it goes like this. Well, that's good to know that it works this way. So I need this like split in half. I need like a bit of a thinner styrofoam sheet. Where does it? So this can be the base of the lantern. I can't really do this like in a straight line. Okay, so this is the base. Then we have the base could be a bit bigger, so let's try this. Yeah, perfect. So let's glue this together already. I have a styrofoam glue, but usually it takes some time to dry up. So it's not the most friendly thing to use. And now for the housing of the lantern, I have to use even thinner parts. Okay. And then there is it's bigger than the base, so yeah, this does not glue that well at all. Okay, so now it's like playing Minecraft. And the one on top should be even larger. Then there is a housing in there, like a small block. No, I messed it up. Can I touch this wire? It's not that hot. It's not that hot. Okay, and then a roof, a roof, a roof, a roof. Oh yeah, the roof is something like this. Make it a little bit nicer, at least. With some edges. Okay. The roof should be bigger. Should be way bigger. But I don't have a like a bigger stripe of styrofoam here, so this must suffice. And I just noticed that here on my mock-up thing, the lantern should be, and I've already glued some cardboard to it, so I will just try to have this removed. And place the lantern in here. I guess for the base I will just have to use a nail to get this stabilized. Okay, that's much better. So this is like here. Where should I go with this? Yeah, here. And then I have to do a second one for the one that is lying on the ground, and then those two that I will add by my own. Should I use a second nail from the top? Can't be a fault, can it? Huh. So much better. It looks like a small chess figure, like a king or like a queen, rather than a lantern. But well. Can I use this as a roof for the other one? Oh, I guess. Okay, and then the shaft. It just lays there on the ground, so. The only thing this glue does is messing up my workplace, but it doesn't really glue a thing, so. Can I make some like balls with the glue, like we used to do in like elementary school? Does this even work today with all those like glues that you can basically eat? Okay, so this is the second lantern. Okay, the glue gun is also ready. That's nice. So I can just place this here. Also, this bit is a bit too large, I think, because it has to fall down there. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, now we let it dry. Place the second one. Somewhere in here. It falls a bit forward. Maybe I should turn this off for a moment. So now we have those two lanterns on the set that are already here. And I need to stabilize this. Okay. Now my hands are sticky. It's the only thing where the glue does anything, the hands. Okay, so now the second lantern. And then we need a fourth one as well. Small cubes for the lighthouses. And then I need some larger parts that I don't have here. I just have this thing. Oh well. That's a way softer styrofoam. Maybe I can turn down the intensity of this tool. Okay, so and now I can make some larger top part. That one looks a bit ugly. Let's try this again. Yeah, okay. So bottom part, top part, stem. Where is the thing? The thing? Here it is. Should I place something on top so that it looks a bit nicer? But what though? Some round thing? Let's try to cut this round. It does not really work, but maybe. Maybe something blocky. Now it looks even more like a chess figure, but okay. Okay, so I need more nails. Otherwise, this will never dry. Good thing that we kept all those nails. Who uses a nail these days? Shit. Okay, so this one looks super damaged already. So, looks the part, I would say. Hopefully it does not interfere with the figure, but we will check this out in a minute. So. And if so, it doesn't really matter because it's just a concept. I might have to sketch this out. I can like make a photo, make a picture. I can pull this apart again. And then I can just like sketch this out and make like separate parts, three-dimensional separate parts. So now I need a rod. I need a rod, and like we all know from figure experience, a rod means invisible. Bonus points if it's a translucent rod. Translucent rod means invisible. Magical rod. I'm sure this will interfere, so I will not put this on in the meantime. Okay, let's should I make another housing for here? I will make another housing. I'm in a good mood now. Okay, so let's make this quick. Let's make this quick. Make another housing. That's the large one, the main one. Oh, I got some glue onto here. That's not good, is it? Let's see. Luckily, I've bought a new can of nitro. Okay. So then I need a small stone for the housing. Let's just put this through here. Maybe something that comes on top. Should I glue this? Guess it. And this is something like so. Okay, I guess I can just place this in here somewhere. Okay, so now let's slowly end this session. Okay, this is not wireless, still attached to something. There are a few parts where I'm not convinced this will hold for long. So this is the one that I'm not sure where it goes. So I will just try to wash my hands, and after that I will try to set in the figure. Did I just say I would try to wash my hands? I mean, yeah, I guess, because it's like sticky stuff, but let's see if I can get myself clean. So see you in a minute. Okay, so now let's see if I can place her in this set. Wouldn't that be something? Almost. I cannot. It would be cool if this goes a little bit like this, like back there, and stays there. And this is too, this piece is here too large. Stick something in there. Almost better than the original base. No, it's not that. That's not true, but I'm getting there. The problem, this is like a square peg to fit in a round hole. That's some Apollo 13 shit here. If this would stay sturdy, it would be okay. Ah! So good. So good. Okay. Yeah, good night. Whoa. See you on Monday. Thanks for dropping by. I will just convince myself that this is something worth pursuing, and then I will end the stream. So, yeah. See you on Monday when I'm struggling again putting together this the Mac with the LEDs. And yeah, have a nice weekend. Bye bye. So, where does this small bit of cardboard there to be stuck in there? Okay. So now I can just problem is that this is too high. Let's see if this works better. Ooh, ooh. Well, would you look at Yeah, it's not super sturdy, but it does not fall immediately either. Okay. How far can I push this concept? What's with the rod? Like, oh, ooh, sheesh. Can it just? I hope so. Ah, curse it. Why is this not nailed down? Now it has some holes in it. Okay, so this will not budge anymore. Okay, where is the... Can even turn it. Where is the effect part? And where did it need some improvement? The effect part, the ghost part. Shouldn't call it an effect part, huh? So something like here, because this is too like the original. It's more like here. Okay. Okay. So now the thing that comes here let's say it's like this. So then that one can move in here. No way, Jose. It's because I'm surprised that this holds as well as it does, but I will just remove her. Okay, so now let's try to set her up again. This will not... Okay, this works again. Okay. So let me grab the camera so that we can see this from the right angle. let me grab the camera. Let's nobody is scared. Nobody is scared. Let me Okay, nobody's scared. Let me grab the camera. Just shut off the tracking, of course. Okay. Guess we need an angle from below. Still, let's keep this one. Yeah. Okay. So now let's try to get this a little bit more in focus. I guess that's the best thing I can do. And then we have this blue thing that comes in here. So maybe a bit more like things here, like scraps and boulders. But this part here, that's really something. So let me put the camera back. Yeah, I mean, and this might be like the figure itself. If you look at this from a photo point of view, is not massive. It's a very small footprint. If you look at her from this angle, where she's supposed to be seen, I guess I have to take this angle. So this is another one where she cannot look straight into the camera, because if I have to look her straight into the camera, you can basically not see her feet at all, because it's behind the skirt. And if I move my point of view a little bit to the side, I can see this one feet at least. The second one is somewhere beneath her skirt still, but I can still see the second feet that is pushing from the staircase. And I think those slippers are pretty. They have like a like shiny green, like a dark green tint, like smaragd. And yeah, if I frame this like so, maybe like a little bit of a Dutch angle, and I can really go in close with this one. I might even use the macro lens. Normally I don't have to, because sets are huge and I have to use a bit of surroundings, but here I might even use the macro lens. 90 mil on an APS-C, that's like 130 millimeter. So yeah, and I don't have to build so much of a set, but if I have to recreate the whole base, it's still a ton of work. So, and in the end, it should look good. So yeah, maybe I will take a picture with my smartphone. Actually, I can do that. Let's see. The one, it's interesting that this one here is not to be seen. So if I do this from this angle, I really have to come up with a better solution. Maybe so. Yes, so I can at least see the thing. But okay. Can I do this with like what is it called? Time thing? Timer? Yeah. It's amazing how well she behaves on this space thing. I mean, not so much anymore, but okay. So I guess that's enough shenanigans. I can work with that. Hopefully. So let's put her somewhat back into the blister. Off stream. And I will just tidy up the workshop a bit. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by for another full day, full-time day on Friday. And yeah, I hope we can see each other again next time I'm live. Probably on Monday for Plum Monday. I still have this 30-minute fantasy kit where I try to install some LED lights, and hopefully I can finish the body on Monday with the lights and wire it back together so that we can see the result. And then I still have to come up with some paint job things, like buy all the colors and order them, and yeah. So this will be on Monday, and till next Friday I might have a clue how to get this into a finished product, because now it's just like a very interesting looking thing. But like, here is the real base for comparison. So side by side, it's not that much bigger. So this is the main base on here, like so, with the things where it I guess I can just present it like this. So let's see it. This is okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so a little bit of a base extension, and of course it would be easier to use the existing base as a starting point and just add to it, but I might be able to get it a bit more detailed and a bit more like have a nicer paint job, because I'm not fond of this paint job. And the lanterns, maybe I find like better lanterns to print and to build. So let's see what comes up. So I will use this as a reference point, and then I might have to get a bit creative. Yeah, thank you so much, and have a nice weekend. Bye bye. Where is the end card? Here it is.